We're live now,
The-
and people can hear. Hello and welcome to Leagues Underneath. Hello and welcome to Leagues Underneath. Hello and welcome. Oh, I can hear myself multiple times. That's bad.
Oh shit, I am the intelligent one.
Hello and welcome to. There's too much. There's too much repeating.
Good night, folks.
There's too much repeating. Okay, there we go. Cool. I think I fixed that now. Good that we can be heard though. That's great. And now I can't hear Cornflare.
Oh no, I didn't say anything. I just
Okay,
waved.
swift. Cool.
I waved loudly.
Just to double check that I can actually hear you guys as well, I'm going to quickly unmute my side, and then you guys can
Okay,
also
we have sound.
quickly unmute my side, and then you
We
guys
have
can
sound.
Well,
We
it's a
have to,
good
like,
thing
hear
we
about-
got this, because, yeah,
We
I
have-
got the ad space time. I gotta
Yes.
eat up anyway. So this
That
works
is
out
very true.
perfectly.
Hello and
Wait.
welcome
Space time.
to Leagues Underneath, where my crew has decided to traumatize me before we even get into the game. So you know what? I love them for that. I immediately forgot what I was going to say after that, so we'll just get into it. Last week,
I almost said something intrusive.
I'm glad you managed to hold that in. Last week, Carla
Doink.
was met by a entity unknown. Reginald was arrested for his father joining a cult, and you all committed a jailbreak with the help of a mildly sardonic fish lady, and then walked through. Oh my god, Beans! There's a cat who may end this stream early. Just as a heads up, he's hanging around. And then you all walked through what was a broken portal to somewhere. The aim is to get you to the ridge. Whether or not you get there is to be found out now. And since you all rolled,
You forgot I Kool-Aid man through a wall.
Oh yes, you did Kool-Aid Man through. I have it. I have it written here as Kool-Aid is an invigoration potion in this world because you guys made that canon. So, we're gonna start with our highest roll from last session because you did all roll last session. So
I don't even remember what we
forgot.
rolled.
yeah, at the very end of the session, you guys rolled. So it was Carla with 16, Ezekiel with 15, Vivi with 13, Titus with 8, Reggie with 3.
Oh goody.
Yeah. So
Question for the DM.
yes,
Does every single one of the 34 babies need to roll?
no, they're inside his pouch, so that's okay.
I feel like they need to get a percentile or something.
I'm not. I'm not.
Sorry.
I'm not damaging the children.
I mean, you
children.
already damaged 2 already that they went to the warlock side.
Well, it's not
They're
damage. They
damaged
chose
enough.
That. They chose that.
That brain
Yeah, they are
damage.
damaged enough. One has a foot.
One of them is a full human being. We're completely glossing over that there's one that always stays in his pouch that's just a full, tiny human.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
And we still need those list of names so that we can divvy some up for the guys to voice as well. Anyway, Carla, hi. How you going? As a lovely fish lady of the bardic variety, you have been in many a situation where things are going awry, and normally you're pretty good at navigating that. What you're not great at navigating possibly the situation that you're in now. For a moment, as you walk through that portal, you feel weightlessness in a way that you have not experienced before, with the waters around you normally holding you up into place. And then that weightlessness vanishes, and you feel pressure below you. As you open your eyes, and for the very first time in your fish life, experience the sensation of falling. You look around and see nothing but air as it rushes past your gills, and you are falling through the sky with no end in sight. What would you like to do?
Please say a feather fall. Oh, thank God I do.
You're not there. Kala's gonna look down and see how long she has before impact.
Roll me a perception check.
All right, Kala, don't fail me now. I said roll. Just dirty 20.
You kind of use the air around you to angle yourself so that you can face downwards, and you see nothing below you. Like, you can see what you assume is what you're falling towards in the distance, but there is no significant markers for you to be able to see. You do see off in the distance, not below you, but in the distance, you can see what you assume is ground, but that's not under you.
So there's water under me.
That would be the assumption that you would be making at this moment, is that you are falling towards water, but you cannot make it out from the distance that you are at. You can't see any waves or anything like that. It's just darkness. Dark blue.
Alright.
Yeah.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Is there anything you'd like to do in this moment?
Yes. Kala is going to internally freak out for a few moments, and then she's just gonna slap herself with her fins and like, all right, get together internally, because if she said that, I'll be like,
yeah, you feel resistance as you go to slap yourself in the face, as you see your very elaborate drapey fin flapping wildly as the wind goes past it. As you slap yourself, it doesn't feel as solid because of the resistance you're getting underneath you.
All right, so what she's going to do is she's not familiar with air currents, but she's intimately familiar with water currents. So she's going to pretty much use her fins. She'll be like grabbing the edge of her kind of one that makes her back skirt with like her toes gripping on for dear life, using kind of her fins to like kind of create resistance.
Mm-hmm.
And then she'll kind of attempt to do like one of those paraglider suits or whatever they're called, just to like somehow, some way, like
I'll get you
gain
to
a
do
little bit of
me
control.
and
Acrobatics?
I think I was gonna say either intelligence or acrobatics, but I'll give you acrobatics. Have a go at that and see how well you do.
Okay, I do have a +6, so 22.
Awesome. You understand that, like, when pressure is going against you, like, if there's a strong wave or something coming, that the best way to, like, stop yourself from being taken by it is to make yourself as big as possible. So you do that. You are still falling very rapidly, though.
Yeah.
Next up, and with the dirty 20 that you got on your perception earlier, you will see Ezekiel pop into existence about 100 feet to the left of you. Also falling. Ezekiel, you've never been out of the water. As far you are very much a go with the flow. You are very used to being taken by things. This this is less being taken by something and more being left alone by something. You expect something to carry you. This is the opposite of carrying. I'm just expecting, like, at least one of you to start screaming, so that's okay.
It's the babies.
The babies are in
I
your
don't think
pouch, so they're okay. They know something's wrong, but they're not gonna come out.
They can't.
They cannot.
So he's falling.
He is falling through the sky. Yes.
He probably would not know that sensation.
No,
Even though he has been out of the water before, he's not felt that sensation.
Yeah, there's a difference from falling over and falling. It's very unlikely you've been in a situation where you would have fallen for long enough to recognize this sensation.
Right. Well, he is going to dive.
Okay.
Like skydive, like embrace it.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll for that because that's just you going with it, and it's, to be honest, pretty on brand for Ezekiel to just be like, cool, this is happening now.
In the pouch, you hear.
I presume they were screaming then because the microphone did not pick that up.
Yes.
It's either half are screaming or half are going.
So, next cab off the rank, Vivi.
Oh, okay. Do I pop into our existence of free falling?
You do indeed pop into existence of free falling. You are kind of the triangle point for these other two. You're about 50 feet away from Carla and about like 70 or so away from Ezekiel. So, that, like that. You're the long side of the triangle is between you and Ezekiel, but triangle.
Triangle.
Yeah, more like. But anyway,
complete startled. Eyes go big. Kind of squeaks a shriek for a second.
As you open your mouth to scream, air rushes in, and you get that moment of that you see in movies of people skydiving, where their mouth goes big and they can't help but have that.
Okay, mouth closed. Davy kind of just face smacks a little bit and then points to the others, and then she kind of composes herself just a little bit. Okay, remember the trading. Kind of is Kala to the left of me or to the right of me in the triangle? Left. How fast are we falling?
Very fast. I would need you to roll
Very fast.
Roll me an intelligence check to see if you can tell the exact speed at which you guys are falling.
Oh, I got an 11.
You're falling very fast at different rates because you are different sizes.
This is true. Even though we will all hit the ground at the same time, regardless of trajectory and all that, because science. I don't see Reggie, and I don't see Titus.
Not yet, no.
Okay, so I'm going to hold on. What is my focus again? I don't remember. I need inventory. I am going to pull. JV kind of pulls out a orb like thing and then passes it as his suckers pass it to my suckers, and then I have it in my hand, so I'm holding on to it for dear life, and I'm going to start. Is a featherfall is a duration. It's going to take me a minute to cast this.
Mm-hmm.
So 60 seconds. I got 60 seconds, so I'm gonna start working on casting Featherfall, and as soon as I
I'm
see
gonna get you to just roll a d20 for me, because I would say, like, obviously this isn't like a disadvantage sort of thing that you can roll, because you are actively falling quite fast. This is a bit
Yes.
terrifying. I'm just gonna get you to roll a flat d20 for me.
Oh wait, a flat d20.
A flat d20.
9.
It's probably gonna take you more than a minute to cast it, just because this is fucking terrifying.
It is fucking terrifying.
yeah.
So that's fine. So it'll probably give me a little time to wait until Reginald and Titus to show up. So as soon as they show up, I'm hoping my spell will fly and I'll be able to catch, because there's there's 5 of us. I could do at least 5 of us.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Titus was up next. Are you there, Titus? I think he may have gone to get a treat. Oh, we'll move on to Reggie then. Reggie.
He's back. I can see him
Oh,
now.
hello, Titus. We're up to you. So, you remember how I asked you if, Orca's, breach?
Mhm.
They do.
This is an extended version of the feeling of breaching. Like, you know the falling bit, but you're supposed to land at some point. As
You guys just hear Titus from whatever position that you are from. This is what I call fun, my friends. Land on your side. It is much easier. And out of nowhere, you guys just hear a quick. Yeah, you can't hear it. I was playing orca noises. Just a quick. I am such a large, robust, deep-throated man. To hear the highest pitched squeak come out of me because you hear that how happy I am. Just. I can't do it as well as try to play this, but for some reason,
If we
it's
weren't-
not picking it up. So
If we weren't looking at imminent death, that would have been adorable.
Yeah, if you weren't looking death
hitting
in
the
the
water
face,
on your side feels much better.
so you're not doing anything other than enjoying this moment of complete
I believe I can fly.
So
And then over just to the right, you just suddenly see the potted flower just go next to
I
Titus.
fully assume that highway to the danger zone as you just see head first down, arms go to the side, and you just see as I'm also doing like one of those like underwater movement types, but I'm above water, so you just
okay, so Titus is making himself fall faster just for the Vivi spell.
I'm not gonna be
that's
able to catch him.
The only thing I could say is if you haven't seen Titus yet, and that meme that's been going around of Warhammer of the still standing better than I ever did, and it's just a dude wrecking and killing thousands of enemies. I was like, that's Titus, and that's how he feels coming down. Like he's about to land and fuck shit up. Superman jump.
So you all see him emerge into existence, gleefully squeak at you all, and then start dive bombing what is a very far away ocean, I will say. You are still
I
very,
do say
very
land
high
on
now.
your side.
Yeah.
Because we go up and then sideways curl.
In all actuality, that's gonna hurt us really badly if we land on our side.
Oh yeah.
You guys, I may be good.
At this distance,
I have the most hit points out of this entire group.
Mm-hmm.
moving on to Reginald. You are the most familiar with the concept of land. Well, with above ground land, I will say. But it is still a hazy memory for you, and you've definitely not experienced falling of this magnitude. You may have tripped over once in a long forgotten memory, but that's, again, not the same as being in complete and utter freefall. How is Reginald breaking from this moment of complete weightlessness to terrifying weightfulness? You're muted, Doc.
I guess that he's gonna look around. He was the last one to go through, so he's gonna look around for everyone else. Is this just me now? I don't feel. Oh God!
You look around and you realize that you guys are all kind of near to each other. You're packed. You've all landed in the same general vicinity of the sky. You are a little bit further up than everyone else is, but that may just be because you ported in last, so they've fallen a bit from where they started. But you do see all of them under you and falling.
All right. So who is the closest to me? The giant rock hippo falling from the ground, or falling in towards the ground.
I'm just gonna roll a quick to determine who's closest. So you're all, as I said, you're all kind of in the same vicinity to each other. Carla seems to be the most central of the group. So I would say that you're probably closest to her and Titus, though Titus is getting away very quickly because he's enjoying this diving. So he's going faster than you. So the closest would probably be Carla as the seconds tick on.
Okay, so I guess
My mass
am
is
going.
bigger than yours.
Not probably mine. Not mine's probably pretty decent to
Hey,
yours.
You guys
A
are
whale to a hippo?
You guys are relatively
just-
the same size considering how you've designed your characters. You're both about 7
Yep.
foot tall. You, Titus, definitely have more mass to you, but
I'm
like you are.
fatter. I
yeah.
have more flubber.
Yes, I will give you fatness if that's what you wish. But
Fatness.
the point
Muscle
is,
wears more than fat.
you. It's
I
like
fed myself, and
it's
now
like-
I'm just a punchy boy.
yeah, you are. The comparison is one of you is an Olympic weightlifter, the other one is an Olympic something else wrestler. You're both
Bodybuilder.
Yeah, you're not bodybuilder because their muscles
Deadlifter.
are. Well, that was the first one.
Damn.
The point is that like you're both very stacked. It's just different ways of stacked. So
So
I believe
which
you
one's top
misjudged
heavy
how
and
heavy
which
my
one's
bowler
bottom
hat
heavy?
is.
anyway,
That
you're
hat,
all
that hat on my
falling
head is
to
just
your
weighing me
depths.
down.
You're all falling to your depths.
So
okay,
I was gonna do something.
Okay, what do you do?
I am going to as just if I see Kyle as the one who's closest, I'm going to take the rope that should still be on my side because I have rope generally. I'm gonna hold it and start moving, like trying to swim through the air towards Kala.
Okay. So Carla is doing a parachute paragliding thing, so her resistance is a bit more. So you do roll me an athletics check.
Okay. I have an advantage on that, so that sounds wonderful.
Questioning whether or not you have advantage right now, but I'll take it anyway.
14.
14. It takes you
Yep.
a little bit to get to her. At this point, Vivi, your spell does go off.
Everybody at least 60 feet of me.
Is it? Sorry, what was that?
Is everybody at least 60 feet of me?
I did say that Ezekiel was 70 feet away from you.
Yeah,
Zeke,
because I can always cast it again.
He was also
and whatnot.
diving.
he was also diving. Do you think that you would have aimed yourself towards the group?
Yes, I would have tried to
No,
aim.
no. Ezekiel, while you were diving, do you think you would have tried to get closer to everyone else?
I mean, he was the second one that came in, and all he saw was he didn't even have a perception check for Kala, so all he knows is that there is no group. It's just him.
Okay. You probably would have heard them shouting though. Although wind resistant, so maybe not.
Is
Roll me a flat d20,
is there
and we'll determine.
air? Like, is this actually air?
Yes.
Can all of us speak in air?
The ones that have spoken, yes. Well, actually, I'm not sure Carla could.
Okay. I didn't know if Vivi could either.
Vivi has been in
Um,
air before, but she also hasn't spoken yet.
Oh, gotcha.
She
Oh,
screamed for
rolled
like
a
a second
7.
and then realized.
Yeah.
And then went like, it's air.
What'd you roll, Zeke?
I rolled a 7.
Okay, you probably didn't hear anyone. So I'm gonna say
Yeah.
that you are not within 60 feet of Vivi. You're just diving. I will say Titus is enjoying himself, so I'm just gonna roll a d20 myself and see if he's in. Titus is probably also, just with the speed with which he's diving, not within 60 feet of you. But the other two are. So you've got
Okay,
2 out of the
I've-
5.
Yeah, I got 3 out of 5, which is fine, I guess. I will try casting again. Wait, is this a
Featherfall is concentration?
No, it's not. Choose up to 5 creatures within range. A falling creature rate is decreased load up to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet. So,
Okay. So
oh, it's an instantaneous.
yeah, it's a reaction.
It's
And the
yeah, one
duration
reaction.
is a minute. The thing with Featherfall is that it slows you down so that the impact isn't as hard. You slowed the 3 of you down. The other 2 are still diving fast. So they will get further away now that you've cast Featherfall. So what I'm going
I
to
don't
do,
think I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna be
Can
able
I
to catch.
have-
I'm not gonna be able to reach.
Ezekiel, what were you just saying?
So
creatures.
I don't know if this is
Um,
possible, but I want to try to bring out my children and have them form up like a parachute and hold on.
I'm going to say a straight up no.
Okay.
Just because they are tiny and they would not be able to create enough mass to stop you from falling.
It would work
That's fair.
better if you had chicken.
Go, my children, parachute me.
Yeah, and then they just straight into the sky.
I can see
So-
that underwater.
Yeah, that would work. That
I
would
can
work
see that
in
on the
currents
water.
and stuff. But with the, like, if one of them came out, they would immediately be just thrown from you into the ether. Because they are so small
Yeah.
and the wind pressure is so much, it's a cool idea. I'll grant you, but they wouldn't be able to hold on long enough to actually be able to form a parachute. And given that they don't have hands,
One does.
Well, some
one does,
of them
but
do.
some
Some do.
they'd
Well,
be
I
holding
mean,
each other with their
realistically,
tails.
right now, he is an open airplane door right now.
I
All
would,
you have is a pouch seal, and you're falling downwards, heading. Were you head first or feet first?
head first.
Because
He's
that's a
gone
whole
head
Head
first. yeah.
first.
Oh, so you have an
Head
open
first.
pouch with air. So they're basically all sitting in the back
being-
like that ride that spins you around. So
Yeah.
just
The gravity sphere. Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's like
Yeah.
it's like a dryer.
Yes. That's what I'm thinking. So I can only imagine they're all like clumped down in my head just because if you're falling forward, your pouch is probably like.
But what you said is that if one of them came out, that they would be lost in the ether.
Ether.
The ether, I'm just like
Or-
describing the air as rather than it being ether.
So it's a good way to get rid of one of them if I wanted to.
You're not getting rid
Like
of
if
the
they were
human.
shaped like a human.
The human one.
You're not yeeting your human child into the ether as much as I'm sure
But
you want to.
he's mine. He's my responsibility.
No, my boy.
Exactly. He's your responsibility. You
Loads
have
of
to deal
parents
with
are
your
probably
human
going to
child.
watch this in the dear future and look at you and go, "Yes, we feel your pain, but suffer with us."
Anyway,
Suffer the little children.
So are Titus and I kind of close to each other? Just kind of.
No,
He's got
you
more
guys
mass
would,
than
you
I
guys
do.
would have been on the opposite ends of your kind of clump.
Ah.
But I'll let you roll to see if you notice him because he is like full dive bombing right now, so he probably has entered your peripheral. Titus, you can do the same if you want to.
Yeah, Titus in his head is just full
Perception.
steamroll falling, and in his mind he goes, "I can't wait to be able to tell the chief this about this. I am going to have the biggest breach record in the world. I am coming."
Please
rolled
let
a
him do
15.
belly flop.
You definitely
let him do a
notice
belly flop.
Titus just full sending, diving into nothingness, basically.
Can he try
Oh,
to
hello.
maybe get closer to him?
Absolutely, you can. Roll me. Are you trying to get his attention so that you can catch up, or are you just
No, I'm just trying to get
Okay.
like wingman with him going down.
roll me just a acrobatics? I think is what I determined it earlier to be. So roll me acrobatics.
Acrobatics. Let's say
Or
nope,
athletics.
14.
14.
14.
Okay. You do manage to get within let's say 50 feet of Titus, but he's going fast as fuck. So you can see he's joyriding this, so he's not really paying attention to his surroundings, but you can join him in the joyride because you're enjoying this as well. The three of you up top
Yep.
all see them almost merging. They're within 50 feet of each other, but they are getting further and further away from the three of you.
How can I make a perception check to see if we're about to hit the shallow end?
Absolutely you can.
Cool.
That's gonna hurt.
I would honestly, I'd rather land on ground than water. And that would be in real person. Like, I would rather hit ground than water because at least I know I'm safe and not going to break my legs as soon as impact is water hit and then fall down and drown. No, thank you. I'd rather still be breathing above water. Okay, so character sheet.
We went so
character sheet.
underwater that we're on land.
Blub, 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 motherfucker. Perception check. Hi ho. Fuck. It's an 8.
You see water coming at you very fast.
Expression gets bigger.
Okay. At this moment, Reginald, you remember something that was said to you before you entered the portal. Hubublub said she was coming with you. You don't see Hubublub.
Hubublub!
Vivi and Carly, you guys are probably congregated near to each other now that you're all in the Featherfall, and you do hear Reggie calling out for Hubublub.
It is. How far is Reginald from us?
Probably 35 feet now that you kind of all are falling
Featherfall.
together. No, you already got him in your Featherfall.
Oh yeah, that's right. He's with
Yeah.
us. That's right.
Yeah.
How
I
far
will
is
have
Ezekiel?
I will have been trying to hand them rope if we're getting closer.
Okay, cool. So Carla takes the rope, Vivi, you take the rope, I presume, as well.
Davy grabs the rope and just sticks it in one of my longer squid tentacles. How far is Ezekiel from us?
Oh, he's
He's
down
gone.
with Titus. He's
Ah,
free falling like Titus is. They
Fish
are
cakes.
well and truly gone. Carla, I will say, as Reginald's calling out for Hubublub, you hear something whispering in your ear. You look around, there's nothing there, and slowly the voice gets louder. And it says, "If you find me a secret in the next town, I shall save you right now."
Say that again. I didn't quite catch the first part.
If you find a secret for me, I will save you all right now.
Are you the one who put us here?
No, this was not my doing. This is what happens when you go through a defunct portal.
I'm going to give it 3.
Find me a secret. In the next town, I will let you land before having to find me a secret. You don't have to do it in the next 3 minutes before you land. But find me a secret, and I shall save you and your compatriots. Promise me.
Fine, I will find you a secret.
Are you saying this out loud?
Yes.
Okay. The others can't hear the voice you're talking to. They can hear you.
hmm
Done. I will.
I didn't say secret. I said hubbub blub.
I will allow the whale to get a good landing, though. He seems to be enjoying this.
He does. He would appreciate that.
With that, you feel a sizzle of magic in the back of your mind. The two of you, Reginald and Vivi, do notice this. And you all continue to fall. As you get closer, you can see a tiny yellow fish in the water looking up at you.
Hey, it's Flounder.
It is not a flounder. It is a
Blub, 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 blub.
It is a longhorn cowfish.
Oh,
I'm looking this up. What is the hell is a cowfish?
they're like boxy fish.
They
and
are
they're cute.
boxy fish
They
with
have
little
these
horns.
two little
yeah.
yellow. They're like a yellow fish with these two little
Fish.
horns, and when they package them, they put these cute little fucking stubby things so that their horns don't puncture the packages while traveling.
That's what they're called.
They're so cute.
I
They're
I
cute.
only know that fact because of the fish tank show that used to be or Tanked, I think it was
Yeah,
called.
tanks. I watch that all the time. That's what it
The
looks like.
shit about that show was wild.
I love that show,
Apparently it
especially when you
ended
see Shaq
because
on it like
somebody
3 times.
cheated on their spouse with a crackhead, and the whole thing. And yeah, no, it's a wild story. You gotta watch.
We'll come back to this some other time.
I need to hear this story.
I do want to.
in
I
the
guess I
break.
do want to come back to this some other time.
We will come back to this after game. For
I
now,
feel sorry for the cowfish.
you see a longhorn cowfish staring up at you all. And suddenly you're not falling as fast, Ezekiel and Titus. Titus, you feel a secondary magic, along with seeing this clownfish, that seems to be both halting and continuing your descent, so that you will get a good splash. But you are not going to get hurt when you land. So, I'd like you to roll a...
Form?
Yeah, anyone who wants to do a good splash, roll me a performance. Titus, you get advantage on this because there is an extra entity trying to get you a good go of this.
Thank goodness.
Sure, why not? A good splash.
You know what?
Let's
I'm
see what I
changing
get.
my die before I go ahead and fucking make another roll. Let's see. Bigsby's Hand, the Elder Flame.
Did we get any new
Yeah.
dice this month?
I think so.
No.
Darn.
The only dices that are coming
15.
out are for Fandelver and for Planescape, if you pre-ordered. But the only
Also
one that was
18.
last given out as a subscription was the Boulder Gates 3 set.
I didn't get that set, which is weird.
Everybody should have gotten that set. If you're a
Maybe I
subscriber
didn't.
during that month.
I
you
am a
should have.
subscriber.
So Ezekiel got a
so-
15, Reggie an 18. Carla, are you rolling performance to do a good splash? No, you're just landing.
No, I believe Kala is going to
Fuck yeah,
stay
19
as
plus 2 for
possible.
21.
Fantastic. Vivi, are you rolling for a good splash?
I got an okay splash. I got a 10.
Fantastic. So we'll start with Carla. You land in the water. You feel it encase you and splush upwards. It's the impact of a feather fall into water. It's keeping you safe from damage, but there's nothing spectacular about it. You land. Vivi, same thing happens for you. You do get a little bit of extra splush out of it, but again, it is just trying to keep you safe. Ezekiel, at the last moment, just before you land, you clench up to make sure that like the impact doesn't hurt your kids. So you are a little bit firmer in your splash, but also because of that, you're not quite as widespread as you could be to get a really spectacular one. But there is a good amount of splush going on. You get some water springing up behind you. It's pretty awesome. Reginald, you are a giant hippo, man. You're always gonna get a good splash. You do.
Cannonball!
You clench into a cannonball, and as you land, the water that shoots up around you pulls your bowler hat off your head in a perfect kind of spout, and then it lands back on your head as the water splashes down again. So you get quite a nice little extra thing. Titus,
The ears Twitter with it.
with a 21, this is the most, like, you know how to breach. Like, that's your thing. You know what you're doing. You get exactly into the position you want to get into for this splash. You hit the water so hard that it creates a mini kind of wave that comes off you in both directions. And you actually see the longhorn cloudfish that's waiting for you get shot up out of the water just from the impact of you hitting the water. So you get a secondary splash as this fish lands back down with you as well. So if there was some sort of scorecarding system, you're pretty sure you would have got all 10s. And Reginald and Ezekiel went far
Create
behind you.
water. 10. 10. 10.
I'm just floating
9.8.
on my back now. Just
The forces that be did stop you all from having any damage from that moment. Both Vivi's Featherfall, the Longhorn Clownfish's Featherfall, and the other power that be in that moment that wanted to make sure you guys were all good. Don't you just love making it seem like you're all gonna die and then turning down, making it not that case? It's great. Scaring you all.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best.
So, you all land and right yourself as much as you can in the water. Ezekiel, all of your kids, all of them,
Damn it.
swim out of your pouch, just to be like, oh, we're back in solid water, thank fuck. So all of you, if you have a perception above 15 as your natural perception, do see a tiny human.
Oh, can he try to push him in there and hide him first?
They can't.
Kala sees him, but I can't help but think Kala already knows about Steve.
Was it Steve?
Probably.
I thought we named him like Tyler or something. It was a very weird name. He had a very like human name.
I thought it was Kyle.
It might have been Kyle.
I don't
Oh,
remember.
it
I
was a-
just
it was-
wrote,
it
I
was
just
a-
sent all
it
the
was-
names.
It was a very normal name for this very teeny tiny fish-sized human. It
The
was
last-
either Tyler or Kyla.
The last name
It's-
that I have on this, well, a lot of these are very, the full.
just swims
Steve.
underwater
Yeah,
and hits his blowhole and just keeps one of the babies continuously spinning on a very long breath of water coming out of his spout.
So
That's
the
amazing.
the full human one that you've got written here is Steve. So,
Steve.
Is that the rogue?
Yeah.
no, that's just a straight human that's been kept in the pouch this whole time. So none of you,
He
apart
has
from
to be named
Carla,
Steve.
has seen the full human before.
Got Jacob and Magnus and Sonia and your son, Steve.
Oh,
Steve.
you've put the full list in. So the full list of Ezekiel's children, their names are now all in team building for you guys to select if you want to voice one. As we
I
were,
tried to make some names interesting.
you've all landed. What are you doing now that you've kind of like the water has somewhat settled? You're here. You're alive. You're recovering from what was terrifying.
So was it still a big impact?
Oh yeah, like you guys had a huge those of you that were trying to have a huge impact had a huge impact. Like there were ripples and stuff. You guys You guys are just floating near the surface now anyway, so you may be like 10 feet deep at most, which is closer to the surface than most of you normally are.
Well, very nice. Where the hell are we? I wasn't expecting this one.
So wait,
Does anyone see Hubbub?
We're top.
Oh, sure. Bublum said they were coming, but they didn't say they would be here. And they also said they'd look different, so I think they might have gotten a different hat or something. Don't know.
Excuse me, are you Hubbub?
Hello. No, I am not a Bublub. I was sent by her, though.
Oh, that's convenient.
Well,
What
we
is
were
your name?
we were kind of hoping you'd land in the water, but things happen.
We're not in the water?
Well, you
Where
land
did we land?
in the sky.
Well, eventually we made our way to the water.
You took the long route, and I had to use magic to make sure you didn't die when you landed. But yes, technically.
It's
Oh.
my patron.
What?
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 No, you're good. Carry on.
My name's Kiki.
Oh.
Oh,
A pleasure to meet you, Miss Kiki.
And a pleasure to meet you as well. I was told your names, but I just want, I feel the need that it is more proper to introduce ourselves than me having to be like, hello, person who I already know. So, I know who you are, but do not feel that it is in a weird way.
Well, I am Lady Kala Rieta Beta Marie. Hopefully I didn't mess that up.
It is your name, however you wish it to be.
Or were you saying that second bit out of character?
Yes. Sometimes I forget if the Rieta or Beta is first. I have to
That's
look
all
at like
good.
her big character sheet for that.
I keep switching between things and never actually getting to the thing that I want to be on.
Sounds about right.
So you are all in a shallow part of, like, this area isn't shallow, but you are close to the surface of this area, and you can't actually see anyone else nearby at the moment.
So, Kiki, thank you. Reggie, nice to meet you. Where are we?
We are at the border between Aquarius and the entryway to. I'm not really sure what you would all call it. It has different names. It is the place between places, between basically the entryway between Aquarius, Ageladon, Doridrius, that kind of weird shallow bit where the half land walkers exist.
Oh,
So
And for
kinda in the
everyone,
Are
crossroads.
we by the island chain of the world's edge?
you are not near
Do
the
I know
island
this place?
chain yet. So, if you all go into world lore, or if you're watching the stream right now, you will see at the corner of Aquarius where there's a big land bit, there's a big channel that goes into an island. So that like cuts into an island. You are at
so it's kind of, it looks like a lagoon kind of thing.
yeah, it goes into like a lagoony bit that kind of streaks off. You are at the entrance of that in Aquarius at the moment.
Okay.
So this is where the people of Doridrius would travel to Aquarius through.
Angel Aquarius. Sorry, every time you can say Aquarius, I'm gonna start singing that part.
Yeah,
and
I
just that
should
part
say
only.
it is Aquarius rather than Aquarius, but that's fine. I know that it's close enough that all yours. Something else.
Every
4-year-old
time.
virgin.
That's
That's
all
all I
good.
can think of now.
So
Aquarius with the ribbons.
so we do need to exit Aquarius now.
word has been sent out that you are on the run, and as soon as we exit, well, we don't have expediting. Not expediting. Whatever the word is, where people hand over prisoners to other countries. That thing.
Expedition.
Expedition sounds right.
Okay.
Mhm.
We don't have that for Doridrius and Aquarius, so as soon as we get there.
And she points off into the distance where, Carla, you saw land earlier. So, and where you are all now, you can kind of see in the distance the shadow of islands.
You're going to be meeting some people at the Ridge, I believe. It is that way.
And who are these
How-
people?
Well, Hubbub will be there, and I believe you had some informants there, Reginald?
Oh, the lizard folk! Oh, great! I'm perfect. Bully, get out there to that.
Oh my. Lord
Not
Ambassador
the
Doran
lizard
Spin-
folk. The lizard folk. Hang on, did the lizard folk that he said he'd meet you in the ridge, or was he? Was it the
Yes,
other guy that
we all-
said you were meeting in the ridge?
I did not tell that guy to meet me anywhere.
Okay, cool.
The lizard said he wanted to meet on the ridge along the way, but I thought that was back prior to the portal, and I told them to tell him where we were going.
Yeah, cool. The ridge is actually where you're going now. So, he will get that information though. Whether or not he can attend is questionable.
Well, I did tell him so, and I said I even gave him back his sword, so I hope he makes it.
Anyway, let's go, or you will be arrested.
I already was.
Carla's already
go.
swimming.
Okay. So you guys swim towards the entrance, and you see built into the land there is a kind of gateway that appears to be being manned, but there is with guards from Aquarius, but they are off to the side at the moment having an argument with. Can someone roll me a D100, please?
Not me. I did the first one.
I'll do it.
Four.
Oh,
Wow.
never mind. Damn.
By a squadron? Yeah, let's go with that word. Of eels that are currently arguing with them about something. So
Currently.
I'm gonna get you all to roll a stealth check just to see if any of the Aquarius guards have noticed you.
Can Kala cast a spell?
Absolutely.
Cast?
You have enough time to kind of do the things you need to do before you get to Also, just as an aside, everyone do a long rest because the time that you guys were in the portal was actually long enough for you guys to have a long rest.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
We galed it.
So your
What are we rolling?
stealth, please. You may be adding something with
Kala-
color.
Yeah.
I'm
give me-
going to snap my fingers and disguise self goes up. I look like a
Oh no. I have
I don't know,
disadvantage because of my armor, so I got an 8. I got an 8
Well,
and a 9 on my rolls.
I look like a very skinny Triton that hasn't
Aw.
slept for days.
Wait, was that sleight of hand? No, I rolled
Kala
something.
is
Damn it.
going to I'm gonna do a little variation of what it is, but basically she's going to cast fog cloud to obscure, but instead of fog, because obviously we're underwater, she is going to
Ink.
spin her hands around. Literally took the words out of my mouth, Miss Vivi. Yes, she's
Right?
going
I was
to
thinking
ink
about that
water.
spell this morning.
So you're gonna ink the water.
Yep, she's going to make a 20-foot radius sphere of blackness, so it will obstruct their view while they hopefully skedaddle away.
Okay.
Baby,
Yes.
random game
Yes.
mechanic.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody have the ability to do like I put my hands into the sand and I just spin and have a cloud of dust come up? Is that a mechanic? like
How
a
high
goes
five
it into
foot
the ground?
radius. Like in my head, the only thing I'm thinking of like a 5 foot radius that encumbers your square alone that would do disadvantage, but you'd like use your action. To do
I
it.
would
didn't know if that's
say
something.
that whilst that is a very cool idea, the concept of an orca spinning up sand would draw attention.
Oh no, I'm
Um,
talking about like as a mechanic
Ah.
overall, not right now. My brain just kind of went off while thinking of things for fog cloud underwater would look like.
I mean, that is a way for someone to flavor that spell if that's what they want to do. It's
I was talking about like regularly because like never mind. I'm tangenting aside.
you
We
are
could talk about it
you're
later.
probably not close enough to the sand anyway because you are quite close to the surface at the moment. But write it
Right,
up for
no,
me and
I
we can
was just
talk about it
thinking of,
afterwards.
like-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was a 9 for Titus. Carla, what did you roll?
I didn't roll yet because I was
Okay.
doing the spell first.
Okay, cool.
So I wanted to see if we got like
Yeah,
advantage or
I'm
anything.
giving you advantage. I'm taking away Titus's disadvantage.
3.
Oh, what are we rolling for again?
It was just stealth advantage.
Oh, advantage.
Thanks to Carla.
15.
Oh.
I got
That's
an
what
18.
I'm here for.
28.
Holy frick on a biscuit.
Okay,
That's-
give
that's
me
a
a
stealthy hippo.
moment. You said 22, right, Ezekiel?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
No. No, that's how that works.
Okay, so, thank you to Ezekiel and Reginald for pulling up that advantage because you all as a group got 18.
I rolled an 18 with the
Yeah.
18.
So yeah, Titus's 9 pulled you down a little bit, but thankfully, the two big ones pulled you back up. So you managed to get by without them noticing, and you enter into a place without a name, really. Everyone seems to have their own name for it because it doesn't really belong to anyone. Mostly it's known as the passageways or the path or the journey or something like that. It's the in-between, really. And I'm just gonna write that down so I don't forget. Passageways. No real kingdom that connects to this area wants to claim it because it is so shallow compared to their own areas. Like Teridrius is like the faux caretaker of this area, but they don't really like it because of how shallow it is, even though they do have shallow areas within the kingdom anyway. It is a very large trading hub though, because it does connect to 3 of the largest countries in your world. It is an eclectic mix of outcasts from society, traders who are just trying to find a good deal and possibly branch into something more, people who want to find themselves and people who want to be lost. It is a ever-moving, ever-shifting tide, which is a pull and push of possibility within this location. It also has the largest population of half landwalkers, half ocean dwellers than anywhere else in this world. Because the waters are so shallow, the land surrounding this area has population. Most of them still live underwater, but some of them have partially on land jobs where they'll go and harvest materials that help underwater trade, but the on land part of it is mostly untamed. But you will see more things from land here than anywhere else in the world. You enter a bustling, very erratic street as you pass through the gates. unnoticed. The ink, I'm hoping, is left by the gate as you go through, like you dispel that, or are you continuing your ink cloud as you get through the gate?
I think it's just kind of she leaves it
Oh, she
there
leaves
to
it there,
just
cool.
act as the eye.
Okay, cool. You do see Kiki is swimming in front of you, and occasionally looking back just to make sure you're still following.
So, you're now not going to be arrested, but you are fugitives. So, just keep that in mind. There aren't any yet. That you don't have any ransoms on your head yet. But, try not to make too much of a ruckus, because I don't want any headhunters coming after you, since I am your somewhat keeper at the moment. I would appreciate no, street fighting, please.
Heavens no.
Oh,
Titus
What is this
understands,
area-
but you do see a deep depression face.
Oh, I didn't realize you had your weapon out this whole time. Okay,
It wouldn't have been out. It's just like this is
Oh, yeah.
me.
Yeah.
Just
Kala will put a gentle pat on Titus's
Mi-
back.
Mr. Titus,
nice.
we do have fighting pits if you wish to join them. I just ask that you do not fight in the street.
Are we in a vessel or are we just swimming?
You're just swimming through.
Oh, okay, never mind. Because I would have definitely tipped the entire thing over. No rule necessary.
Yeah.
are we passing by anything
Table
with
flip.
food?
Yes, as you are entering what seems to be a never-ending marketplace. As far as the eye can see, there are stalls, vendors, people walking around with things. You are in a place that is designed to forever trade. So you do see food stalls amongst all of that.
Perfect. Whatever
is
is the
this
closest
area
beat
called?
project.
What'd you say, Ezekiel?
What is this area actually called?
Well, as I said, everyone has a different name for it. But you've mostly heard the in-between, the passageway, things like that, like talking about the fact that it is a walkway between locations. Yeah.
Because he's from Doridrius
Mhm.
and he spent time here.
Yes, you definitely will have
So I
come
don't know
through here, but it doesn't have a specific. No one wants to agree on a name for this place because that would mean that they take care of this place, and that's not something that they want to do because it is
So there's no local name. Like the
not
locals
not
call it
particularly.
something.
Everyone kind of like they acknowledge that it has a name, but not one that they're all going to agree on. And like whatever anyone's referring to it as, I may call it something different to you, but that's okay because we're still talking about the same thing.
As we were passing by meat, like I had said,
Mhm.
I am going to grift the closest thing just off of a tray or off of a basket or whatever.
I would like you to roll a sleight of hand.
Oh, I'm absolutely up for that.
With do you have advantage normally?
No, I don't.
Okay, with disadvantage then, please.
Okay. $16.
You grab something off the table, thinking that you've managed to completely bypass anyone's notice, and then you turn, and swimming in front of you is the shopkeeper of the stall that you just stole a bit of food off. And they're like,
Perfect. I will hand him whatever random thing is in my pocket.
he looks at it,
I think it's gonna be ball bearings. Ball bearings.
looks at it, looks back up.
Money.
How much
You
is
see
this
this?
food, by the way?
Well, since you tried to steal it,
More than ball bearings are worth.
I didn't. We're still here. If I was trying to steal it, I'd have walked away.
You attempted to.
Touching your food is stealing it? Oh my god. What is the rule here? Oh, he is absolutely going to try to defend that point of view.
Either way, money.
Well, you didn't say what it was. That's why I asked you.
Hand me some money and I will tell you if it is enough.
Oh my god, he is asking for bad choices at this point. He will hand the equivalent of a copper.
I would need at least 5 times this. At least a gold.
Okay. Well, he will hand over a gold.
The fish closes its hand around the gold and the copper, puts it in his sack, and says, "Would you like to purchase something else for your companions?"
Oh, this actually was for him. Titus, this is for you, and this is the fish who wanted to give me a hard time about it. And I'm going to hand it to the really upset whalekin next to me, who I was getting it for to begin with.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Yeah,
Well,
how
it's
do you
gonna start
judge this
swimming
with a
that way.
sad orca who just came up, and now you gave him a fish to be intimidating. He just looks at him. It's not the same.
If you think that your whalekin can intimidate here, you've got another thing coming.
Oh, we're
How
gonna play this.
How much?
I-
How
For
much?
you, Vivi.
What is going on here? I don't understand.
Maybe it doesn't look. Has it been an hour?
Jellyfish.
No, it hasn't been an hour that you guys have been.
Okay, yeah. It's Vivi. Just look. Vivi is just like the very skinny Triton with the very dark, sunken-in eyes and whatnot. She just sees this commotion going on. She goes, "How much? How much?"
4 extra food for you all, since you are not currently trying to steal from me. 3 silver apiece.
I give him 2 gold.
Thank you. You and he hands you a fish or whatever food it is that you guys would be eating each. Like a snack sized.
ration? I guess it's
Enough to fill you up until dinner. He hands over. Nice doing business with you.
I
It definitely-
immediately look
It
at
was absolutely
Reginald.
not nice. It was absolutely not nice. You're a terrible person.
I know.
Does Ezekiel
Oh,
know
I
this,
am-
this shopkeep?
Pardon, what did you say, Ezekiel?
Does Ezekiel know this shopkeep? Because I said he would have spent time here. Just
Roll me.
I think
roll
this
me
is probably where he,
an intelligence check, please.
I give my
Um,
fish to Titus because he needs it more.
that's just 17.
17.
I kind of
Not
figured
gonna
this
go
is
well.
where I kind of figured this is where he got his title
He looks over
or
and
his
goes, Zeke?
what's his name?
His name is Colum.
What kind of fish is Column?
Colum.
He is. Let me check my. Because I just feel like giving him one of the sucky names in here. He's gonna be a sarcastic fringe head, and that's the actual name of a fish is a sarcastic fringe head.
Time to look up this fish too.
How you doing? Been a long time.
Indeed, it has. What?
Holy
Did
shit!
you not go to Aquarius?
Oh yeah. I went over there. It that's actually yeah, we went.
Yeah.
I went.
That is
He
unsettling.
looks you up and
He
down.
just like he's trying not to look at him.
He looks him up and down, and it's like,
Yeah.
you're a father now.
Yeah. Let's just. I don't really want to talk. You remember that other Ichthyo centaur that I was with last time I was around?
Yeah, the one that was out of your
Yeah.
league.
Well, I wouldn't say that, but she we got kids now. But I ain't seen her in like
You've got kids now. We
Technically
would
only
imply
me.
she was
Yeah,
here. Yeah.
yeah.
Zeke
yeah,
is this Zeke, is this person actually your friend or just some random acquaintance?
Well, this is Colin and he'd see me about. I used to buy some of his stuff, and
Where,
he made a couple of snide remarks when I was with the other Ichthyo centaur,
we're work friends.
Clarissa. Yeah, we make fun of each other. It's just how we bond, and he just kind of like gives him like a little thin touch, like against his shoulder.
You would think that if he didn't like you, he would move away, and he doesn't. So, like, that's the best indication you're getting from this guy that he doesn't dislike Ezekiel. But he is, like, by nature, this guy is a bit of a dick.
I can see why you left. Okay, it's been nice meeting you.
And you as well.
Yeah, good to see you again.
And you as well. If you need any odd jobs, let me know and I will get into contact with some people. And try and make sure that your
Yeah,
friend,
no problem.
Try and make sure that your friend doesn't steal from anyone else.
Which one's that?
He swims away before you ask that back to his stock, and like behind his store.
Hey, let me know if you see Clarissa about.
I'll let her know that I saw you.
Don't mention the kids.
I'll let her know that I saw you.
Zeke, you basically just, I'm glad you know them. You basically saved whatever I was going to do there. Thank you.
Reginald,
Hey,
darling.
I don't even know what you did.
This is the second time
But
I've
he
seen you.
sees.
Wow, totally different accent. This is the second time that I have seen you do this. Wow, I can't pinpoint this. I'm just gonna.
All I did was take a fish off a rack. Apparently, you can't even touch anything here.
Reggie, darling,
it's
we are in a
kind of
market.
one of those places.
This is like museum, yeah.
You got to look with your eyes and not your fins.
I'm
touch
sure.
if you
I'm
like.
sure it won't come. I'm sure it won't come up again. It'll be fine. I would like to go find my family. I guess this is the only point I care about at the moment, other than stopping back at some point.
Well,
I believe we're all in the same proverbial boat.
I wasn't told that your family would be here. Was I supposed to give you directions to your family?
This is Kiki again.
I was just told to bring you to Blah.
That's fine. That's where we ought to go.
Okay.
And she swims off again now that you guys are done getting food. She starts taking you in a direction and then seemingly stopping, doing almost a 360 and swimming off in another direction. And that continues for a while as you're taken down side streets and side parlors and into rooms that don't seem to exist. And then finally, you are taken to, let me see, I'll get one more D100 roll. Carla, you had your finger on your nose earlier, so I'll let you do it.
Oh, but my nose was cold. I'm kidding. Da-da-da. My nose is actually
Wait,
cold.
what are we rolling?
It's like Six.
It's just Carla rolling a D100.
Okay.
2.
2.
We got a 4 and a 2. What are the odds?
Well, 1
Especially
in
since they're
100.
both even.
Okay, so you are taken to a large alcove. You see inside. It's a little bit shadowy. There are some candles lit. And you see at the back corner behind a little table-ish bit of coral, a large crab of a dark blue tint, with little beady eyes looking over at you, and a tiny little cowboy hat on his head. Is just a crab just hanging out there.
Hello, Hubba.
Oh,
Well, howdy. Welcome. Come on in.
I take it it's been an hour,
It
right?
has been an hour now, yeah.
Okay, as soon as we walk into this establishment, the spell drops, and he looks so freaking confused because Bub was a fish lady, and now we got a crab cowboy sheriff.
Yeah, that's exactly what you've got.
What kind of crab?
Well,
Jason
blue
always
crab?
say.
just a blue crab. I
Okay,
don't
they're
have
good for sauce
yeah,
they're good for sauce, by the way.
I don't have specifics on this crab. I just have number 2 was just crabs, so I didn't actually give myself any helpful hints for this. So it is just
You
crab.
just gave yourself
Great, now I want
crabs.
crab sauce and pasta with linguine and some
Ugh.
fresh Italian bread and cheese on the I'm making myself hungry. This game makes me hungry for seafood, just letting y'all know. I want fish
morbid
sticks one time.
morbid sense of fish humor we have here.
I will say we've got maybe 10 minutes before I call break, just to let you know.
I don't have enough time to make fish sticks.
So if you're planning on getting something that you want to arrive during break, that would be the time to order it. But you do
Everything's closed.
you do see that there are other creatures in this establishment, but Kiki
I get my
clearly
dude.
gestured is talking to the crab when she says hello to Bubba.
Hubbub, is
Um,
this actually your true form?
Well, technically the last one was also my true form. We're all Bubba.
okay. Well, I'm not
Hubbub
Hubbub,
is
but you
a-
are.
Well, no,
A swarm?
everyone who identifies as Hubbub is Hubbub.
Hubbub is a hive mind?
No, we are one entity. It's hard to
Hubbub a
explain.
goddess?
Is that one
A
of the
little bit
reasons
of
why
blood
you
flows
were
from. Trying to think
see
of
a
what
shark
you just said
just-
does not compute with an 8 intelligence. Ow.
I'm confused. I'm the intelligent one, and I'm really I'm thinking hive mind. I'm thinking deity. She's overthinking. It could be a bajillion things. Everybody has their own additional.
Let's put
coherence.
it this way. I am who you spoke to originally. I'm just now a crab instead of a little fish maid. The next time you see me, I may be some bioluminescent kelp. I may be a shark. I may be something else. I am always Hubbub.
Fair enough.
Oh.
Did anything change since we walked through the portal into the sky?
That was unfortunate, and I do apologize.
And judging by the rise of the sun, it was some time ago.
You've been gone for about 3 days.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, that teleport portal got a little bit more damaged whilst you were in it. So the magic of teleportation is a fickle one, And if you use one that's already broken, it will break more. So that's why you ended up in the sky, but you did end up where we were planning to put you, so all is well
So-
that ends well.
So, question for you, Bubblegum.
Yes.
Why couldn't the anglerfish warden see you in the prison?
I'm not there. I'm not here either.
So are we and Miss Kiki the only ones that can currently see you?
No,
Right
no. Everyone who needs me can see me, and everyone who would see me, or the others like me, would also be able to see me. The thing with the anglerfish is that she did not and does not see the servant class as people. Now, because she does not and did not see them as people, she does not see me because I do not exist outside of the servant class, and therefore I do not exist to her.
So you're some sort of secret deity hive mind power of the serving class?
Deity's a bit much. I serve those that serve. I serve those that serve. That's pretty much how we put it. I don't gift powers. I just keep things from going too wrong where I can. I exist for those that need me.
Question, Hubublub. Since we were gone for 3 days, was there changes? Excuse me, in the any royals coming back or anything happening with the people missing or anything like that?
We did have a few more return. No one of your group's importance. Unfortunately, they have all since been arrested. Although I will say one of them did have some things to say about what they saw.
Oh.
One of your friends, and I think it is your friend, Big Guy, is putting up quite a fuss and has apparently taken out quite a few cultists in their attempts to sway them to the side. So she's doing her work down there as she would above. They've
I
had
stay silent, and a single tear falls down my face, knowing that I'm missing the battle without her.
No one can tell because we're underwater.
They've attempted to confiscate her weapons, and that's the last that particular fish saw before being removed from that scene. But
Yes, that would be true. Your life will be taken if you try to take it from her.
well, good thing I ain't taking
Okay,
anything.
Titus.
Did the
What?
lizard did you make
I don't know
contact
what
with
you-
the lizard at
Don't know
all?
what you're talking about.
Your lizard friend is stuck in the palace.
Dead.
At the moment, they have sent word out as described, but they cannot leave themselves for fear of aligning themselves with
Repercussions?
you lot. Yeah.
Alas,
Of
my one
course.
and only suitor. Gone too soon.
The
Wait,
crab
you-
kind of clicks his hand and it's like, "Hey, your most vocal suitor, not your only one.
That is news to
thought-
me.
I
It is
thought
not
we would
news
be
to
done
those
with
that
this.
serve.
Well, if you can't rely on a lizard that's a little finicky, who can you rely on? Did he at least send us information based on what we asked him for?
What did you ask him for again? Because this is me forgetting.
He was taking some of that dust off to the guild to get maybe some answers.
He did say that the information that you guys were seeking seems to have been destroyed. Like, they knew where to find it, but what was there was just more of the same. It seems that so they had books on this stuff, and the librarian knew where those books were. But when they went to get those books were the same ash stuff that you found.
Oh,
It's-
hooray!
It seems like they don't want to be known.
Oh, bully!
They're
We
from
just
the
we
they're
have 'em-
from the unknown. The unknown doesn't want to be the unknown. Because they went into the unknown, into the unknown.
Kala just
can't-
kind of gives Vivia just a little with on the back of the head. That's
Well,
my
that would
job.
have been out of character anyway, because she wouldn't
hits,
know about the unknown.
Davy, and Davy just looks at her, and she goes like, "Doo-ba-doo, doo-ba-doo."
Oh, I'm
Vivi
I'm
wouldn't-
sorry, Davy.
Vivi wouldn't know about the unknown anyway.
Oh, that's fair. Okay, fine.
Because they've only spoken to Carla and some of Ezekiel's kids. But that does bring us back to the fact that whilst in the air, the other two did hear that you said that you would find someone a secret, but they didn't hear the voice that was talking to you.
I found 2 so far, so I got ammo.
With that, the crab kind of clicks his hands and looks at you all and goes, "Well, I should let you know that you cannot go back to Aquarius anytime soon, because you will be arrested. The passageways don't have any kind of thing about arresting people and taking you back, so you don't have to worry about that here, though people are on the lookout."
All right. I guess isn't there more about the place where Titus lives and all
you
that
want to
of
know
where these
about
people
the
where people
world
are?
scene? Yeah, I can tell you about that. Just let's settle in for a chat, shall we? Oh, also, we did have a pod of your people come in. They were supposed to stay in Ageladon, but apparently they got a bit antsy when they heard people went missing, and then you were on the run, so a group of your pod is somewhere in town. With that, I will call
Titus's
a break.
pods?
Oh, group
Whose
of Titus's pod.
Titus's pod?
I'm going to call a small break.
You guys follow a pod.
So we will be back soonish. I just need to get some food. So we'll talk to you soon. Bye. Welcome back. Welcome back. Can everyone talk just to make sure the microphone's still working again?
It's still going.
Awesome.
Wow. Wait. Hello?
Oh my.
Hello.
That was very
Hello.
interesting. Alright. So,
Oh well.
we return to a flashback. Ezekiel,
Oh no.
as you look around this alcove that you're currently in, you don't remember the crab Hubbub. You do remember this place, though. This is where you met Clarissa. Many moons ago. You remember that she was near the little coral bit that Bubblup currently sits behind, and in your mind's eye you can see that day that happened. Almost as if she was there now. What do you see in this moment as you remember that meeting?
He would remember sitting around there, partaking of some sort of drink, and seeing another one of his kind. And not uncommon, but rarer than fish, or in this area, sea turtles and stuff like that. So he remember seeing them being like, "Oh man, that is the most beautiful ichthyocentaur he has ever seen."
Looking back in that
And then-
memory, she looks at you and sees you too, and there is a registration of interest on your face, on her face as she looks at you and in your mind's eye. Enough that you feel the need to, or feel welcome to initiate conversation as Richie is accosted by his pets. But, how does this interaction go? How does it play out?
He would probably send a drink over to her, expecting nothing, and then probably a few minutes later, Clarissa coming over and swimming next to him, getting a little closer than he probably would be comfortable with, but going along with it because, oh my God, she's beautiful. And probably have like 50 different sayings of his dad's going through his mind of like what to do with a lady and how to be gentlemanly, and all of them kind of getting mixed up together and not making sense in his mind and him messing stuff up.
And she is receptive to these fumbles despite their happening. She is nice enough. She talks, and after a while it takes you a bit to catch on, but you realize she's flirting with you. As the evening progresses, you have a wonderful night together. And in the morning, you roll over in the alcove that you found yourself in the night, and you expect to see her there, and she is gone. And you realize that this wasn't the start of a wonderful relationship. This was a hookup. And she was nice, but she was nice because she was interested in having this time, and it wasn't going to be something more. You spend that day enjoying what happened, would you say? You're like, yeah, it was good. Like, I'm sad that it's over and that she's seemingly disappeared, but like, it was a good night.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And then a not days, oh, however long the gestation period for a seahorse man is, you realize, oh shit, that was more than a one night stand for you. As you've now got some kidlings coming.
Kidlings.
It's probably about this time that you will have left the passageways. Despite the fact that people knew that you spent time with, like, Colum knew that you had spent a night with Clarissa, and that you had been, like, somewhat interested beyond that, but hadn't been helpful in any other way other than being like, yeah, no, I know that you spent time with her. Cool. He wasn't helpful in any way, and you realize, when you realize that you've got kids, that there's no one that's going to be like, hey, yeah, I'll let Clarissa know. Or like, I'll pass this information along. And you don't actually know how to get in contact with her at all. Because you've been back to that bar, and she has not. And around this time is when you probably left. And I know that you had kids when you met Carla already. So it's been some time. But it hasn't been enough time that you're not like, I wonder. Like, I wonder if she's still around. Like, as you're looking at the bench and you're seeing that vision of Clarissa there, slowly it fades and you're back in the moment as Hubublub the crab kind of clicks a claw in front of your face. It's like, Zeke, you good?
He's like gonna be holding his pouch, like close to him, just like, I mean, obviously it's connected, but like, I don't know, just kind of holding it. And he's just it's like, oh, what, ow, shit. And he looks down. And he's like, some bit me.
As you look
Like,
down and you
he
think
looks-
about the fact that something bit you, you realize that the anglerfish's now ex-partner is still in your pouch.
He's gonna pull him out.
Hello.
Hey there, friend. What you doing down there?
All that I am.
What?
What was that?
All that I am.
You're he like looks around to the other ones. Hey,
Reg, you're muted if you were saying
nope.
something then.
he likes pointing to everyone. He looks at Titus, like, no. Looks to Kala, no. Looks at Vivi, he's like, Vivi or Reginald, help.
I thought you left him before we went through the air.
Well,
That's you made
You
it.
still have him?
Send him away. Be
yeah,
free.
he's yeah, buddy. You're free to go wherever you please. That's not in my pouch.
But what if I want to go in your pouch?
Well, I got kids in there.
I've been in there with the kids the whole time.
You get a free babysitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, free
Not making it
babysitter.
any easier. Not making it any easier.
What DM, what kind of fish is the angler's old? It's a sucky fish, right?
Yeah, it is just a male anglerfish. They're designed
It's just
to
a mangle.
Yeah, they're just designed to bite on and then slowly dissolve into being a production of stuff for the angler lady to create. More
Anglerfish are
children.
fucking weird.
Yeah.
Um,
And this fish was partway through that metamorphosis, so it's barely its own fish now.
how do we make it its own fish again?
You is there an original thought in that brain of yours?
I don't even have tongues.
If you
Oh,
tell
oh,
me,
shoot.
if you tell me what to think, it will be an original thought in my head.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Ezekiel, due to breeding rituals of anglerfish, you did a very kind thing and a very cruel thing, as this nice gentleman is a semi-husk of what he used to be.
I'm going with the word husk. I am going to elbow Vivi lightly.
I am saying it as how it is because that is what he is right now, because female anglerfish literally absorb their mates.
If you wish for me to be a husk, I guess that is what I am.
No, we don't wish for
Oh.
you to be a husk.
Vivi, dear,
No.
let me let's just stop talking for a moment. Okay. Fellow, hello there.
Hello.
Hi there. I believe you need a purpose, right? And I'm looking at Ezekiel. He needs a purpose, right, Ezekiel?
Yeah, I guess he needs
Okay.
a purpose.
Okay. Young, no, not young, but fish. You here are in a new place. I'm going to give you a task to go do for yourself. Okay? You just gotta
Okay.
listen. Bully. Right, Billy. So, and I'm assuming this bar has a window.
Well, not really, but yes, like there's a way to get out of it, but you're in an alcove, it doesn't really need windows, but yes.
And it's in the water. It's not like he's gonna fall if I put him out a window. So come over here. Now, out there
He
is a-
tries to latch onto you if you're grabbing him.
I'm not grappling him. I'm pointing.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So I'm pointing. So I'm gonna give you a thought. There's an idea to fill you with what you need to do. There are several fish of any kind out there. Your job is to find someone that you can connect with that wants you to connect with them. Don't connect to anybody who says no or doesn't want that. Go connect to somebody who explicitly wants to connect with you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Then
Are you
go out there
sure?
and do it. No, just stop it. Go out there and do it. And I point to the window and gesture for him to go out the window.
He just kind of floats
And
there.
I will persuade. I want to persuade
Okay,
him.
roll me a
and
persuasion
motivate.
with advantage because you're all kind of helping.
We're going to motivate this fish.
This is the first
to drift.
time that my eyes being able to just drift off from each other has helped with a character.
You were just like staring, and it's just like,
Oh
it's
my
just, like going on.
Even with advantage, I have a 9.
Can I shape water and push
Yes.
the fish? Okay, I'm going to tentacles slap together. Tentacle mumbo jumbo shape water. Have the water push him out.
Okay,
window.
so you push him out the window in the direction that Reginald was gesturing him. You finish pushing as he gets outside the window, and he just floats outside the window.
Going to shut the window.
It doesn't have a close.
But I would not.
He's
Going to put something in front of the
Okay.
window that is not a body.
Okay.
Question.
yes.
Okay, this is too cruel. Give me the fucking fish, and I just put it on my shoulder underneath my flap.
I was before Titus does that. If I have
This is too
Davy
cruel.
take him by the fin and just go out into the world, and so until Billy, whatever this fish guy's name is,
No, I am.
finds-
I'm going to take this fish, and we will find it a proper mate. You like that? You want proper mate? Okay, we
as soon
find
as
proper
you,
mate.
as soon
And
as
I
you
just put my
put,
like ear thing
Yeah,
underneath.
I
You
will
don't even
say,
notice there.
I will say that he will try and latch onto you under your ear. So you've now got a fish latched onto you under your ear. I'm just letting you know.
Well, I
Okay,
have
so-
those two like things that come
Yeah,
off to the
no.
side that I have it like hidden off to.
Yeah, I'm
like,
saying
my-
that he's probably just bitten into your shoulder and is just hanging on there.
Or I was gonna say
Which-
like he's in the under of Titus's fluffy whale ear right now. So that's where he is. So he's out of sight, out of mind. But my question was, if he latched to Davy and Davy I dismissed Davy, does he go with Davy wherever
No.
familiars go to, or he
No,
yeah, so
he's-
my plan was just to have Davy just drag him around until he found a mate or something.
I love
Just-
that you're just like, you could have just left him outside the window. He would have just
We
floated
could
out.
have.
Well,
I-
it
I mean,
also
I-
goes into a thing because whales do occasionally have travelers of suckerfish and other things that travel with them. So it wouldn't be something that's not uncommon for me. Like, this is too cruel. I won't let have a little
Well,
fucker.
yeah, but the
I
thing
will
is,
get you laid,
it's
my
a
friend. I
male
will get you laid.
anglerfish. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it's
Titus
a
has
male
a pet.
angler. I don't have a pet. I have a person that I'm a wingman. That is my goal here. I will
There you go.
find someone.
Titus
I'll
is
be
a
like,
wingman.
Hey,
Okay.
lady.
Okay.
It'll basically be like what's his name, Greedo from fucking Star Wars. Like, hey, lady, would you like to buy some of these lovely pleasure toys?
We have. Oh my god. Okay. So that happens.
Mhm.
We could have let this NPC just float away, but now I have to deal
No.
with doing that some
No,
more.
because I like his
Dang it.
voice. I want him. So you all must suffer.
Great.
Anglerfish
Actually, I liked
gets
his voice
initiative.
too. He was interesting. So hopefully he absorbs some like brains from Titus for whatever brains that Titus still has, and he kind of gets his own train of thought, and he goes, "Hey,
Wait,
I could
does he
do
still
more
have that
than
little
this."
dangly thing?
No, because he's a male anglerfish, so he doesn't have one.
Oh,
Only
damn.
females
Looks
have
like
it.
it's going to be a brain slug. Futurama.
Futurama.
I love this so much, almost as much as I hate it. So he.
It's funny
Poor
because I'm
things.
reading something and it says creatures of the deep will attach themselves by means of sucking their disc mouth onto them, and you that sits on their head like a flat sticky hat. And I could just imagine a giant whale with one single one just. Good day, sir.
Anyway,
That's
Two of our
fine.
party members have familiar hats.
And my familiar has a hat on. My hat has a hat on him. So
Let the poor DM try and continue the story with
Yeah.
what time we have left.
I'm just fucking. I don't even know. Anyway,
I feel like this is.
you kept.
It's an NPC that we won't have to bring up unless you feel like it, DM. I just know that I'm taking care of him, and when I find an anglerfish, I'm just gonna try and like stick him on the back of their head.
Fantastic. Good to know. Please make a note of the fact that you have an anglerfish in your inventory, I guess. A male anglerfish.
Yay.
I don't even know where I was going from here. I was putting in some nice background stuff for Ezekiel, and now we've got this fucking dude.
Steve's claws
This-
in front of me.
Yeah.
Habublub. Habublub.
Yes.
Oh, but you were gonna tell us about the
Oh.
thing.
Yeah. So the world scene isn't actually too far from here. Like the start of it anyway. The main bits that you have to worry about are a little bit further out, but like you go off to the side of the pathways, and it's only maybe like an extra week swimming to get to the start of it. But it's called the World's Seam because it splits the earth there. And I'm sure Titus will know all of this anyway. But that island chain in between each of those islands is like the opening to a magma mass of some sort from which births your nightmares. Not literally, it's more like a figurative, like creepy crawlies that are from people's nightmares that are freaking terrifying. And
Oh, great! So this is the place where ugly bits are.
yeah.
Hooray! Hooray!
Titus's
Excuse
group, they have many paths, all along that protect from anything that tries to get out. And to be honest, they do a pretty good job for the most part. Occasionally, people from here go over and just kick some shit, but they do what they do.
It's very good. It's very fun.
They can't, the monstrosities can't really go into Deridrius too much because it's too shallow on that side for them to survive. So they go into Galadon, because, like, they can go straight into the depths and murder and maim and all of that fun stuff. So, the World Seam opens up the world, or at least that's how, like, the legends put it. Like, if you were to open the World Seam, you would find, like the whole, mythology of, the paddlefish's box. You know how it contained all the horrors in the world and hope? It's like that, but real.
Well, sounds like an interesting place for us to maybe have to go.
Oh, it's a nightmare hellscape area, but it's very fun if you're having a very bad day.
But the
I've
thing
only
no,
is,
no,
seen
no.
it once
I
and
will
only
s-
once. That's it.
Get your aggression out.
I will say that it's changed in recent times.
The fuck?
Yeah,
Hello?
so it's become more active in some areas and then completely inactive in others. Almost like they're being forced to pinpoint an attack out. But some areas are just cold and empty. Which seems a little bit odd. But hey,
Well, I guess.
I see.
if you need to get to the World Seam, go to the cold bits. You're not gonna get attacked.
That's bully. Well, if that's where we think that they happen to be held or taken or anything, it's probably our only option.
Well,
So I guess we'll have to gather a bit to be able to go there because Titus is the only one who knows. Vivi, you might know more about it as well, but I don't think I'm prepared for a very large battle there.
I've only seen it once when leaving my. This is the thing that's protecting my country, right?
yeah. So, well,
Yeah.
Titus's group. So, what's protecting your country from
Yeah,
that?
But this is the thing that's surrounding my country, correct?
But it's between you and Deridrius. It's the wall of islands that exists between
Yeah.
you two. That's where that is.
Okay, so I've
It's
only
both a
seen
good
it
and a bad
once.
thing. Yeah.
I've only seen it once, and that's when I was leaving home. So Titus and his podlings are podlings, pods are the ones that kind of protect my country. I know of
We
it.
protect a
I
lot of that area.
Yes, that his people do a lot of the work, and my people are very appreciative of what they do. Like I said, I've only seen it once, and that's when I was leaving. So, and when I was leaving, it was still a
It was still a
Say to
fiery
see-
hellscape. But
it
at
was
the,
still a hot mess.
the time that you saw it, though, there wasn't anything coming out of it.
There was just a natural hot mess. So hearing this in a short time, because I've only been out of my country for what? It's been a week, 2 weeks.
A couple of months. So you were
It's been
there.
a couple. It's been only been a couple of months. So if doing what it's doing now in that short of a time is a little alarming.
And also, Titus will know that there's never been any cold bits along the world sea. That's not a thing. In this moment, a couple of different things happen at once. Carla, you hear a whispering voice in your head say, I would like my payment, if you would be so kind.
Yes,
Reginald?
apparently people like me.
Fantastic. I'll come back to that in a second. Reginald, you hear people across the room start talking in a hurried thieves' cant. As you get the impression that they're thinking that something's about to go down in this bar very soon. Ezekiel,
Oh, good.
you see one of your species enter the bar, the most beautiful of your species that you've ever seen, followed by Titus, you see your chiefess's brother enter the bar.
And nothing for me because I'm just a random pedestrian, and I'm just sitting there just watching all the tea just suddenly just happen
Yeah.
with the I guess I got wine and I'm just sitting on a stool just crossing my legs and just watching.
It
Getting
is very much
amused
a moment where everyone around you suddenly tenses slightly as they're all experiencing their own different things, and you're like, what the fuck is the most, what am I supposed to be focusing on right now? But
what tea do I get to focus on right now?
She's got like 7 tentacles. You can sip them all at once. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she's got a wine glass in each tentacle.
Carla, you get the impression that that secret is not secret enough to appease the voice that you're talking to.
He didn't say the quantity or quality. He just said a secret. And
I know.
that was the deal.
Do you have anything better? That's not exactly a secret. Other people knew just because you did not. It does not make it a secret.
The secret to me. I learned that there is a hive mind named the Bublub.
Hive mind?
Yes. At least that is how I understand it.
It has been a long time since I heard the name of Bublub. Good to know. Enjoy what is to come. And you feel that presence exit your space. Ezekiel, what are you doing in this moment?
A lot of pent up emotions and confusion comes all at
Emotional
once.
damage.
Hold on. Okay. He is. Let's see. Titus is looking. Did he growl?
Yeah, Titus made an uncomfortable noise at the whalekin that entered at the same time as Clarissa did.
Well, he is going to try to hide behind. I think Vivi and Reginald were kind of close together, and
Roll.
like just try not to be seen.
Roll me a stealth, please, with disadvantage. Actually, just roll me a flat stealth. That'll be nice.
Hide behind Vivi, who's just sitting on a stool.
This is gonna go
between
really
both
well.
of you, he's got decent stealth. That's a 19.
19. Okay. Titus, what are you doing in this moment as you see your chiefess's brother into the bar?
I guess I'll just I'll just lock eyes with him.
What the fuck are you doing here?
The fuck are you doing here?
I came to get supplies. When I hear that my sister is missing, I'm going to fucking do something about it. Why are you not in the
I
capital?
wouldn't do that if hey, don't you talk to me like that. I don't care who the hell you are.
I am the one in charge, since my sister is missing.
I spill my drink. Is she dead? No. You are only in charge for now.
But I am in charge.
He's okay. Why? I don't know what happened. First we were with, then we go to sleep. When I wake up, big commotion happened. Could not find her, and come to find out that the court has taken her. And then next thing I know, I'm falling into sky.
So from that, we go to war. They take our chiefess, we kill them all.
Da.
We
You all
declare-
hear this like blatantly, like I'm open, like we hate each other, but at the same time, we know that this is going to go down. Like, da, yes.
Then
Mhm.
the pods declare war on Aquarius.
Unless they give back the princess, but they have also taken many others.
It is done. We declare war.
Wait, the host hates yourself. Hates yourself.
You just said we declare war.
Yes, da, we declare war, but first, let's not be so hasty. Yeah. Yeah. Da.
Excuse me.
We go to war when it's necessary. Amass the
The chiefess has
forces,
been-
gather them. Yes, but we cannot do this alone. It's unfortunate. Listen, as much as fighting beasts is fun for us, there's more of them. And as many as they try to, we take out, they still come. So, for once, Titus has been hanging out with smart people, and they always say think before. So, we do that. I don't know what it means, but it seems to be working.
It means use Titus. Titus.
But yes, da. Amass little forces. Bring them over. Get them ready. It will be a fight if they refuse. But also know that the amount of people that we lose will be on your head. And if your sister lives, she will take yours. And I put both hands on him and go, now we drink. And I put a mug into his.
He
Like,
takes the mug.
I am agreeing with everything, but it's one of those things like you're going to be in charge. You want to make the decision. If you fuck up, I'm going to make sure that I'm going to be the one to speak, like sitting around for when your sister takes your head.
And if sister is going to not take my head, then be on your head. He takes the drink and moves away from you.
Then pods will be splitting. Pods will be divided. Not many people like you. I hope you know this. You are what they say.
You guys are
Um,
capable of interrupting
DK.
this conversation. You are allowed to say things.
I've
No,
been
I
trying.
have a question.
Okay,
I have a
yes, what is your
question.
question?
So listening that this was happening, and before I had heard this rush of thieves' cant, I want to see and listen to the reaction of the people who are very, very thingy, and see if that's what they were very, very about or not.
One of them is like, oh shit, this is even bigger than what we thought was gonna happen. You get the sense that they heard that a doctor was coming through, of similar ilk to Ezekiel. That's in the shadows now, compared to two whalekin openly discussing declaring war on a kingdom.
Did you say a doctor?
I did say a doctor.
But I didn't say that to you.
No,
Okay.
I know. Okay.
I'm worried about the doctor too, but I have a question too.
Yes.
The whalekin, the pods that protect my nation and whatnot, do they work for my nation?
No, they are technically citizens of your nation, but they are of their own scope and have their own councils and rulings and such. They're more of like nomadic tribes within your kingdom rather than answering to you guys. So they don't.
If there's a pod nearby, you can hire us for protection, basically. But
Okay.
also note that we work for the kingdom as well as like protectors of the,
So
The
world
my
same, yeah.
so
the
okay, I
world
get
same.
that.
So it's not.
So my
They would work for you, but they are not under your command.
so my next question is, can they go to war?
Yes, they're not declaring.
They can?
They're not declaring war for a Geladon. They are declaring war for their tribes.
Okay. And now my other question is, how many other pods are there?
I
Are they
think-
like a massive thing,
There are
or
12
are
pods totals consisting of dolphins, porpoises, walruses, whales,
And
and I think that was it. It was like the porpoise group
each
is what I was going for.
Yeah, and each pod varies in size, but the minimum size I think we determined was like 50. So there's 12 pods, with the minimum being 50 in one pod, and depending on like what they do,
So
their pods change size.
so it's at least under 1,000, right? Something like that.
Hang on.
Altogether?
I would say that they are the whales and closeness of the world. So
Mm-hmm.
at a minimum they'd have 600, but I'd probably put it as well more than that. So probably
Okay.
over 1,000 across all 12.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over 1,000. So it's still technically a small population.
Yeah,
Compared-
they are nomadic in nature, so they don't populate as much just because of how they live their lives. But
Because they move around.
yeah,
okay.
but they are a war nation. They live to protect the world seam and
Yeah.
all of that. So they
And that's
are
just
Pick a
like
world.
this area, not pertaining to the entire sea. That's just here. The
Yeah.
rest of the
Yeah.
world, I don't know what Flight wants to make for that, but this was what
Yeah.
I said in my general, like, just for the currents that it would migrate from north to south between the hot and cold, it would be around that area. And we would go around all the kingdoms. We would make a trek around the world seam and down
Mhm.
to
a Geladon.
a Geladon that we were at, and then we would come back up, and we would always have like a routine, and we would go through all the other villages and stuff, and just seeing if there's anything happening is basically like, oh shit, they're here. Hey, we need your help.
So
It's
there's
like, yep, here we
probably-
are. We're coming.
The ones that Titus is firmly connected to are the 12 that patrol the entirety of a Geladon. He probably has cousins in different countries and other pods out there, but anything that they're declaring war with would be the 12.
Okay.
But you realize now, as they're having this discussion, that the two of them are the highest powered people within that 12. Right now, at least, while the chiefess is gone. Yes, Reginald.
I would like to stealthily side up to the folks who are talking in Thieves' Cant.
Okay, you go up to them and they stop talking and look at you.
No, stealthily,
hiding
as in
place.
I don't
Okay.
want them to know
Okay,
I am
Go
coming.
ahead, roll stealth for me then.
No,
Ezekiel-
my hiding place is leaving.
You are still hiding behind Vivi, so I'm gonna get you to roll again. With advantage.
He's hiding in plain sight. This is the best hiding spot of all time.
With
She's just sitting there on a
advantage because you
stool.
rolled a 19 earlier.
Hiding in plain
21.
sight, the best. Oh
21?
jeez.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna roll 2 d20s to determine if they notice you.
17.
Where are my dice?
Still high. What are you complaining about?
I know it's not as high though.
I still find it funny. You big old fish seahorse centaur is just hiding behind a scrawny looking lady with tentacles on her.
Zeke, what did you say that you rolled?
He rolled a 17.
You are fully visible. You are hiding behind a small lady as quite a large man. Reginald, you
Funny though.
go unnoticed despite your size. As you sidle up to this table, you can hear the gossip they're talking about. As it becomes obvious that Clarissa has sighted Ezekiel now that he's no longer hiding, they go, "Ooh, it's heating up." But Clarissa kind of makes eye contact, not so much eye contact, she doesn't look you in the face, but she sees you and then turns back to listen into the conversation that's happening between Titus and I've forgotten Titus, what's Clarissa's
Argus.
brother's name? Not
I
Clarissa.
thought it was.
What's Coraline's brother's name?
Wybie?
No. I thought it.
I got that.
I thought it was. I thought it was Raj.
Let me look, see.
I thought I had it as Raj.
Reeves. Brother Reeves.
Reeves.
Oh yeah,
Good.
that's right. I changed it. We had that discussion.
So I see they are talking about that person, and I've heard that name because Ezekiel said that name before because he was looking for them. But did they make it sound like that person that she is there?
Yes.
Oh,
So as you're listening to the conversation, you're piecing together the doctor that they were referring to is Clarissa, who has just entered the bar with Reeves. And it wasn't a at the same time thing. They arrived together.
oh, okay. Well, they are having their fun of the gossip.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna slowly large frame lean in.
Mhm.
And in thieves can't. This is gonna be good.
Both of them startle, like, oh, and then as soon as you talk to them in Thieves' Camp, they're like, it's gonna be so good. She doesn't know that she has kids. Like, that's only reached us now, so this is like crazy. But like, she's been talking
I'm
to the
missing
big
out on
dude.
tea. This makes me sad.
She's been talking to the big dude recently because, like, even before seeing the other big dude, they've been talking about war as soon as they heard that their big lady was gone. But the fact that he went missing and he's a fugitive now makes it even cool.
All right. Very, very good. Believe. Before, I definitely. Are you guys are you staying at the bar? I have some business I want to bring up. If you guys, after we watch this go on.
Yeah, no, this is our main hangout with it.
Perfect. I'll go see if I can put a bit of fuel on the fire.
Love it. So they go back to their conversation between themselves. Titus, Reeves has taken the drink from you, and he's kind of like, he recognizes that you're trying to give him advice, but he also doesn't like you. So, like, he's kind of, like, tuning into his own kind of like, okay, I need to go and fight these people, and I also need to one-up Titus. So, like, how do I do that in this moment?
And as he's going in, he goes, "If you do not wait right now," I went into a French accent. Oh, God damn it, I'm all over the place
Both
tonight.
of us are losing the Russian accent very easily, so don't worry about it too much.
Smooth brain
Hold
process.
on, I just have to do the laugh to get myself
kicking.
back into. There we go. I am back into it. It's very good. I'm almost a creepy Dave, but it's not very good. So Yes. If you go ahead and go to war, you take all the troops. But then you get there, and then the world scene falls apart. How many would you take? Would you take the full masses? Would you take the half of them? Will you take a little squadron of your toughest fighters? Huh? I don't think so. Because we took them with us, and they're gone. So, do we leave the world scene unattended? Which is a primary goal?
The world scene is freezing over, you might say.
Oh, my friend. When strange things happen at the world scene, you know things come right after. We will be unprepared, ill-advised, away from the danger.
So you suggest
But this is the way that you go?
we suggest
Fine.
no fighting?
But I would be trying to... I would be trying to get to treat this a different way.
Yes, this is the currency.
And how do you suggest it?
That's it. I have no idea yet. But these bumbling fools behind me have very much worse than I do.
They're bumbling fools, yet you say that they are the smart ones?
Well, that one is a thief, and I point over to he's a thief. He's a tatty. He's very cool and very kind.
I
yeah.
do not resemble that remark, sir, and I do remember the either the one for bumbling either. Thank you. But on that point, and I'll wave because she's over there as well, just kind of listening in, right?
Mhm.
So, but I don't think we've all been introduced. Hi, Reginald. Reginald Poltesia. And who might you be, sir?
Acting Chieftain Reeve.
Ah,
The
and your friend?
I'm standing behind him, just
This is the doctor, Clarissa.
Oh.
Clarissa. I cannot say.
well, he's
Well,
Oh, I think one of our party was looking for a Zeke. Zeke, were you not looking for a Clarissa?
oh yes, the daddy. He's right over there. Hey, buddy.
To Vivi,
Like-
obviously he doesn't realize he's in plain sight. He's just gonna like tell him I'm not here.
Vivi kind of just looks at him right behind her, and Davy just kind of gently pats his head because the jig is it's the jig is up pat right on his head.
He would slowly rise, just kind of like look around, and then just kind of wave.
And Reginald disappears.
Hello, Zeke. It has been a while.
Yeah, it's been how long it been?
A while. I have not been keeping track.
Oh. Well, I have. It's been about 643 days.
Oh, fuck.
That is precise.
Yep, yeah, I'm got a good memory for this.
Great.
Yes.
And how have you been?
Oh, I've been great. It's been perfect. It's just, living life. I got myself a title, I cleaned up the seas a little bit.
Roll me a d20, please. Depending on what you roll, we'll change things.
Titus just looks back and forth to Zeke, back at Clarissa, back to each other, and go,
3. Steve swims out of your pouch.
Oh, Steve would
Steve's
wait.
gonna
hold on. I
die.
could spin this. I could
Titus
spin
literally
this.
just has that one brain cell that
Smack.
connects everything together for a second, like, oh shit.
It's going
And I
down.
straight, I do one of those shoulder punches over to Reef. but I overly hit him, and I'm hitting the one that's holding his drink. Going, you were about to see some shit.
Sorry, is there something that's you knock my drink? Is there something I should be aware of, Clarissa? Clarissa kind of looks over at Reeves and then back and looks at Steve. Not that I'm aware of. Should I be aware of something?
Oh, I don't think so. This you see this little thing? I found him. I've been kind of keeping him.
You found him.
Yeah, I found him. You see, he's like I think they call him a human, except he's got some gills.
I do believe you are referring to a Triton. Well, basically humanoids with gills. Steve, come over here, darling.
Humans are
Isn't that one of you? Isn't that one of your kids? Like,
Yeah, the one I adopted. Yeah, this is one I adopted.
You adopted
You know,
children.
Yeah.
Where are the others?
Oh, they're about one of them well, one of them died recently. The other one he's right there with Titus. He's right there on his back flap there.
This is not your child. Don't you have like an abundance of children in your pouch?
yes, like tons and tons of them, man. What are you doing?
Bunch loads. Hello,
Well,
my little
you
nephews.
know,
With
I call them my kids, but
with that, as
I
Titus
pull
says,
out open,
"Hello,
like, pull out his
nephews,"
pouch.
the kids,
Yeah, I
the
pull
kids
open
come
his
out.
pouch
Yeah.
and just.
You don't even have to pull.
Hello, my-
They hear you guys
Hello, my
calling for them,
nephews.
and they come out. And some of them look like Clarissa, like they're her kids too. So, in this moment, as your children kind of hear that they're being summoned, they're like, "Ooh, I want to hang out in the party," because that's what they fucking do. Clarissa kind of goes, "Oh, oh." Ah,
I look back at the thieves camp people.
they're like, this is fucking great.
Kala's gonna
Give
swim
a thumb
over
back.
to
It's reunited.
Vivi's
Kala's
got
gonna
the
swim over
best
to
seat
Zeke's side and just stand next to
ever.
him.
And
'Cause there's
Clarissa,
nothing she can do.
Clarissa trying to like get out, even though she clearly recognizes that some of these are her kids as well. Is this your wife?
what?
No.
Not the mother of.
Oh, the mother of these kids. Is he? Who's she pointing to?
Carla, who has just swum up to you.
This. Not yet. But anyway, it's yeah.
The others are like the thieves camp guys are freaking the fuck out that you said not yet. They're like, "Oh!"
Oh my god.
We need these men to
and then
just be in the
and then you
background.
see Vivi in her on her stool, and she goes, "I fucking knew it! I knew it!"
You see Hubublub as you look over, kind of just disappears into the background and vanishes. As you realize that they're not needed in this moment of fucking mayhem that's happening in their bar. As Clarissa kind of gets like, "Great, cool, well, I have to go now."
Yeah. They're calling you a doctor. Is that true?
I've been a doctor the whole time.
Oh, that's great. I'd like you to buy me some health insurance.
You owe me 600 and something extra days of child support, motherfucker. Let's get on this.
Is that something that you can supply to, for my adoptive
I
kids
use health
here?
insurance.
Can I provide? Can I purchase you health insurance for your adopted children?
I'd like for you to, provide me health insurance.
It does seem like an obligation you should meet. Wink, wink.
Okay, it is 11:17.
And we're gonna finish here with
Uh,
me genuinely not knowing how Clarissa would respond to that other than just a shocked face. Because, one, you're claiming that you've adopted these kids so they wouldn't be her kids. And then Reginald going, I think it's an obligation. And she's just like, I didn't even know that I had kids up until this point right now. So
she did dip out the next day.
Welcome to
so-
America.
Yeah, America, people.
The
America.
entire time, this entire time of playing this game, I'm thinking of in the opposite of I have this is literally how a lot of females have it happen, where the dude just fucking ups and leaves, calves them pregnant, never sees them for a while, and then it's just wait.
To be clear, they never dated. It was a one-night stand.
No.
It was never
that
something
still
that she had
happens.
obligations
Yeah,
towards.
it does happen. It happens a lot, especially in my freaking state. It happens a lot.
No, I'm fully aware that does, but it's we should recognize at the very least in this moment that Clarissa didn't dip upon finding that Ezekiel was pregnant.
I would love to say at this point, who needs combat? Who needs any of
Yeah,
that?
who
right
needs
now?
combat? We don't drama here.
Sorry, Laura Ferry. We didn't want to out you, but it was too good of RP not to.
No, it's how it works. I'm here for the RP. That's it.
I saw the opportunity. I'm just no, I'm too dim-witted not to let the secret out. And you never
Yep.
said, don't tell anybody I have
And-
children.
And
So it's
Reginald
you
is
have
full
children.
sending it to get some
I am
clout.
too chaotic not to let this go.
Well,
Yeah.
on top
I
of it, you're
can't do
talking to the
anything,
Thieves
so-
Guild I'm gonna get some info for you. Watch this. Let me rile up my friends.
I seriously
I
can't
have
do
ulterior
anything.
motives,
I
yep.
literally can't. So I'm just sitting here drinking random
All right.
drinks, and I'm just enjoying the tea and the soap opera here. So
We're gonna
The fact that we're coming back to this.
we're gonna finish the session here.
What
with
a
this
wild
reveal.
difference for your planning was planning for us to fall through a portal into the water and having to plan that, and now having to figure out the dilemma of trying to figure out the emotional status of an
Yeah.
NPC.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun, because she was not expecting to see anyone from her past here, for one thing, but was, came into this as someone who was potentially gonna be hired for a fight. So, and that's what Clarice is doing there with, Reeves, just as a side note. But this all happening in a matter of a few minutes of spotting Ezekiel, it's literally, he was hidden until right now. And then suddenly, mountains of children, and he's asking for her to buy health insurance for him and his kids. So, yeah, it's gonna be a fun one. But we're gonna finish here for now. Thank you, everyone who's watching at the moment. We've had a pretty decent, a minimum of 5 viewers for the whole day, which is really awesome. We got up to 8 at one point. But I have
Nice.
been Flato Chaos. I help run this channel. All that fun, good stuff on the TikTokies occasionally, though I haven't been able to film any recently. Come join our Discord. The link is in the bio. Also, we have memberships and merch, which are all fantastic as well. I do need to. Anyway, that's another thought for another time. We're gonna pass it over to Zeke.
I am the Lore Fairy. We just opened up our new store and everything, which is awesome. And we also might look to get some Mayhem Gaming merch in our shop to sell to people. Support all these other guys here. Join the Discord, even though I'm not on the Discord all that often because I'm really busy with work. pass it on.
Reggie.
Hi there, this is Concleod playing Reginald. Concleod on TikTok, in the Discord, and on other games here in Mayhem. My game, Evils in Veracruce's next session is on Friday the 13th, and it should be a rather funny, fun, spooky-ish kind of one.
I
and
can't
every other
wait for that episode.
I'll be playing.
I had to write special instructions for your character for this one, and it's similar instructions to what I would have necessarily have for you. So this is gonna be great.
I'm terrified.
It runs on Fridays, not always every other Friday, because it's going to switch a little bit of schedule. So it'll be opposite Erection Risings, Nemesis Queen. So that will be changing just a little bit as we go into the next couple little bits. And in the month of October, we're looking at a lot of fall donuts and apple orchards on TikTok. So go check that out. It's a good time.
Ooh, apple cider donuts. Oh, hi. I'm Pocket. I play the very enthralled in her soap opera Vivi right now. I'm on the TikToks, the Tumblrs, the Twitchies and all that. I do art. I got smooth brain right now, so hence why I've been quiet. So
Smooth brain.
Smooth brain. Everything
Babe,
falls off my
what's
brain.
the saying?
Yeah,
I forgot it already.
smooth brain. I forgot to. I do art. I'm currently obsessed with Baldur's Gate 3. You all should play it. It's a super fun. You will be hyper fixated on a lot of the characters and sipping for a lot of the NPCs. I'm guilty of this and I am proud of it. Ha.
Kala.
Also,
I'm Kala. I am not playing Yori. I'm Yori playing Kala. Switch those around, reverse it. And yeah, I am the other half of the Lore Fairy, and we've got the shop opened up, and we're excited to see how it goes. So yay! And then last but not least, Haiditsu.
Hello, everybody. My name is. I almost said my real name is Gray. You can find me in the TikToks. If not TikToks, I'm not really on there. I have a couple videos that aren't that great.
You exist. You exist
you
now.
exist though. I've seen you, especially you doing that puzzle thingy the other day.
Oh, I love puzzles and I can do them quickly. You can find me in the Discord as Gray. If you need a map made, I do commissions for custom work. I'm also the DM for Planetscape Edge of the Void. That is every other Tuesday. Other two leagues underneath. Come over and check us out. I believe the episode that we're coming on to is starting the first day of the Galactic Granny Guild's Cookie Emporium, which is a Dyson sphere, a cylindrical object that surrounds the sun, and the entire object is the oven that cooks the cookies instantly on the sheets. Come check it out. It is pretty fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun. But
It was a fun episode. There's a food fight in it, and it's amazing.
Yep, and
When
a
Blair
giant
approves.
chocolate chip cookie monster is where we ended up coming up out of nowhere. So come on by.
And that
That
is
sounds
all we
amazing.
have time for today. We shall see you again in the leagues underneath.
Blub, 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 blub,